this is not a review. I may go live tomorrow and do the review. I'm not exactly sure because I don't like going live and doing reviews because I'm already long winded. Okay, I'm long winded for the girls who haven't caught on. And whenever I go live and I do reviews, it just takes extremely too long. I'll be on here for 2 hours. Uh, um, and with what's happening on Real Housewives of Atlanta, uh, I, I just feel like it'll just drag on, and I don't have time to be on here for no 3 4 hours talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta. But I may go. I'm still trying. I'm still going back and forth about it in my head. But of course, I'll let you guys know if I go live tomorrow, Monday, which will be Monday, March the 30th, if we go live tomorrow, March the 31st, if we go live tomorrow. Um, so I just want to say just one thing. I just finished watching the newest episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And of course, we are heading into the incident with Brittany and Kenya. Next week will be the salon moment that Kenya will see next week. And I just want to say this. I have tried to give Bianca a pass. I said, I want to wait until this thing plays out because we don't know. For the girls who don't know, I am Team Twirl, 1,000,000%. Okay. Girl, that's girl, that's my sister, and I'ma stick beside her. Okay. Um, but I was just, I was like, everybody who watches my channel or the people who watch my Real Housewives of Atlanta reviews, they know that I am Team Kenya to the day I die. Right? So I was like, I want to go into this being fair, right? Even though some of the people say I'm not fair in my reviews, I feel like I am. Um, I just wanted to come into this and try and give all parties involved a fair chance. And that's what I'm watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, Married to Medicine, Real Housewives of New York, Real Housewives of New Jersey, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I just try to be fair and objective. Um, but what I saw tonight and what I've been seeing since episode 1 is Bernice has had a hard on for Kenya since she stepped on the scene. Kenya hasn't done a thing to that lady. Bianca watched the show. She came into this season with these preconceived thoughts about Kenya, and she couldn't shake it. Let me say this. There's no way in 2025, especially with Real Housewives of Atlanta at one point being the biggest reality show on TV, that people go into these reality shows and they haven't watched a season or two. I believe that some of the girls sit down and watch, all 15, 16, 25 seasons of a show before they join? No. But have they probably sat down and watched a season or two to kind of see what the show is about? Yes. With Real Housewives of Atlanta being, you know, a phenomenon at one point, I don't I wouldn't put it past anybody on the cast to have watched the show before, right? Because Atlanta was running the world when it came to reality TV at one point, in my opinion. They used to pull in 3-4 million viewers a week, right? Live. Girl, we used to run to our TV to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I'm not mad at Brit for watching the show because who hasn't? But when that starts to kind of affect how you move as a castmate, then I think that's where the dilemma starts to come in. Brit probably couldn't shake whatever she saw about Kenya from the show. Or Brit knew that in order for me to have my moment on the show, I need to go after the queen. Hey, come on, Queen Kenya! Brit has had an issue with Kenya since they met. Something related to her not hugging her properly. I guess she likes to be greeted a certain way. Again, I'm not going to go into all the ins and outs. We'll do that in the review. Tonight, we're 4 episodes in, and Britt is still having an issue with the way that Kenya is greeting her. Kenya has given this lady compliment after compliment, has called her a Barbie. Girl. And from what I understand, Kenya only referred to herself as a Barbie. Okay. Bethany is a mess. And that's just what it is. She's a mess. She's hood. She's ghetto, gutter snipe, low vibrational, hood rat who walks around threatening folks with pistols. I remember probably about a month or two ago, it was probably a month ago, when the promo picture was released, when they started to do the rollout for the new season 16. And this is a new era. Baby, if this is a new era, y'all should have kept this. And I remember I got online and I tweeted something along the lines of this season giving the baddies of ATL. And there were people in the comment, under my comments, telling me that I was anti black. And some people were agreeing. There were people saying, that comment was anti-black. It was laced in anti-blackness, and why do you have to compare this show to um, a show where they fight? And I remember I think it was a live. I can't remember. I think it was a live, and I remember when we first heard all about this stuff, the guns and the RP. I It was a thumbnail of Kenya and Brit, and I titled it "The Real Baddies of ATL." And this was months ago, like months ago, sometime last year, clearly, when they were filming this, and we started getting wind of what was happening, girl, down there with the peaches. I also remember at one point when Atlanta used to be like the cream of the crop of reality TV. I think that every girl who wanted to do reality TV, at least this is what I told myself, I think that every girl who wanted to do reality TV wanted to be on Bravo. Because especially if you were, especially Real Housewives of Atlanta, I think every girl wanted to be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. those who wanted to be on reality TV. I think at one point we thought that Atlanta was different than the other girls. Can we just talk? Can we just have some kitchen table talk? Okay, let's just have some kitchen table talk. I always put Atlanta over here and those other girls over here. They ghetto. These girls ain't ghetto like that. These girls is hood. These girls are not. Right? And then slowly but surely, um, I started to see that girl, they're kind of up to the same antics as the other girls on the other side of town, right? The girls on the other side of the tracks, right? Because at one point, Atlanta wasn't like the girls on the other side of the tracks. These girls act like they got a little bit of sense in front of company. You know what I'm saying? But then again, slowly but surely, I started to realize, I don't know, girl. At this point, girl, I can't even tell the difference between the shows. So here we are, 16 seasons later. We have a castmate who is threatening someone, and just take out the fact that it's someone who has been on the show for a very long time. But you're threatening, girl, one of, if not the star of this show, Kenya Summer Moore. And this lady ain't did nothing to you for you to even go down that road. So back to the anti-black, right? There are a group of people out there who wanted to get upset, wanted to get mad because, oh, girl, you been anti-black. What you saying? Girl, it's giving ghetto. And y'all wanted to try and introduce this new season as a new era. And girl, it is giving baddies. It is giving Zeus. It is giving VH1. I don't give a damn what nobody say. While yes, there has been some gutter snipe shit that has happened on this show. Please don't get it twisted. It was already a mess prior to old girl's entrance on this show. The show has been gutter snipe and it has been dark. So we're not gonna sit here and play that game, right? As much as we want to try to put it on the shoulders of Miss Bianca, girl, season 16 cast members, we really can't. But this show is a mess. I remember saying, and this was the season when the whole Bolo Gate happened, and they were wherever they were at. Was it South Carolina? And I remember saying that if Portia is ever in charge of the girls, I got a glimpse of how this show is going to be. It's going to give very much girl Portia and Friends, very much, you know, girls gone wild, because I see the type of girl that Portia is, which is not necessarily, I know some of the girls love Portia, but I got a glimpse of what the show was going to turn into. And I feel like I was right. I don't think it has anything to do with being anti black. I just think that at one point when it came to Atlanta, they did set the standard for reality TV. And they've had their dark moments. But I think because there are different personalities on the cast, it still always managed to work. I think that when once they started to kind of promote this new season and like the promo picture, which I absolutely love. I thought the promo picture was fab. I really, really did. I felt like it was just I thought it was a fab. I thought everybody looked fab. However, I had to also admit that based off of the promo pictures that we've seen in the past that are underneath the housewives umbrella, that photo did not fit. If you go back and you start to research and Google some of the Real Housewives of Potomac promo shoots. The purple promo shoot, the red. I think it was the green this year, the one last year. Even with Atlanta, the black, the black with the black dresses with Eva, Candy. I think it was Portia, Kenya, Nene. That picture fab. So when you look at this season, I was like, where are we going with? I think the picture is fab, but when I think of Housewives, I don't think of this. This does give me VH1. This does give me Girl Basketball Wives T. This does give me Basketball Wives of Atlanta, ex girls friends of basketball wives and football players. It does give me Wags of Atlanta. It does not give me Girl, the Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's no shade. We like what we like. We like who we like. But I think a lot of the people who usually go up for the what they're trying to promote this season are usually young girls or young punks. Sorry. I think it's the girls who aspire to be the bad bitch, right? Or the punks who like hanging around the girls who look like Portia, who act like Brit. You see what I'm saying? Not everybody. I'm not saying that everybody who loves Portia it wants to be a baddie 2.0. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I know there are some people. I know people who personally like Portia. One of my friends act like Portia, likes Portia, and I don't think my friend is nothing, but they like Portia. But I'm saying is what I am saying is I think there's a large percentage of people out there who, when they look at the Portias in the Brits, um, they go up for those girls because either they're young, they're a punk, they want to be a baddie 2.0, right? So when you say, girl, this is a mess, this is horrible, they hit you with the, oh girl, you're anti-black. Well, if that's me being anti-ghetto, then I guess so, girl. I don't know what's going to happen next week. um, Kenya has not done nothing to this lady. Britt clearly wants an issue with Kenya. They are going to ruin this show because of whatever hatred or them trying to put Kenya in her place. Whomever's calling the shots, y'all are going to fuck up what used to be the best reality show on TV because of whatever issue you have with Kenya. As soon as Britt even started mentioning guns at work, she should have been gone. You can say what you want to say about Kenya more. She might be a messy bitch. She might, when she retaliates, she takes it to she takes it to 100. Kenya ain't never accused nobody of taking her to a sex dungeon and R-ing her. She's never gotten into one, not two, not three, not four physical altercations. She's never thrown plates across a room. She's never tried to fight nobody's mom. She ain't never threatened nobody with a pistol. Okay? The simple fact that Britt was able to remain a cast member and her continue to shoot all of her scenes from what I understand. But then when it comes to Kenya, you pretty much kind of try and wipe her away. There are people out there who, I'm gonna get back to them. I think it's absolutely, it's like mind boggling. There are people out there who don't understand that this is a job and this is work. They have a human resources department. Um, they get hired the same way they can get fired. They get hired the same way they can quit. This is a job. They get paid. They have to show up to work at a certain time. They leave work at a certain time. Now, of course, it's not like the jobs that we work, right? It's probably a lot more lenient. They make a whole lot more money. But this is still a job nonetheless. And when I see people online trying to spin this already as if, oh, well, Kenya done pulled Kim Fields' chair out. She ain't never threatened to shoot a bitch. Kenya, when she wants to start stuff, and she ain't never threatened nobody with a pistol. She ain't never accused somebody of no RIP. She ain't never did nothing. She ain't never did no portion of phaedra. She ain't never did nothing. Don't try and spin this into some, oh, she didn't actually threaten her with a GUN. She didn't say she was going to shoot her. And then I'm going to be done with it because I've been talking too long. If you get into an argument with somebody and they mention that they have a pistol, then what the fuck are you going to take that as? Girl. If you're in the midst of an argument with somebody and they start to mention that they have pistols, then what do you take that as? A person doesn't have to verbally say, I will pop you in your skull with the pow pow for you to get what the fuck they mean. I girl, girl, I'm about to get worked up. Girl, I am astonished at what I just saw play out on my TV. I am baffled, girl. I'm at a loss of words, girl. And I've been talking for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I'm at a loss for words. This lady still was able to keep her job. And the gag is, and I'm gonna be done. Girl, she was arguing and fussing and fighting with herself because Kenya was paying the girl dust. Kenya hadn't even said nothing to the girl. You sitting her arguing with your damn self. Why are you so hyped? Why are you so amped up? You arguing with yourself at this point? Get off my screen. I don't want on my screen no more. I'm about to go because I'm about to get worked up. Girl, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.